What's up, guys? Welcome back to Global Football Files. Today, we are back on FM with Hoogstraten. This is episode 3 of our Road to the Champions League. We're on our 200 youth rating save. So, I don't know how much we're going to be able to get in today. You can see here it says 13 days to our next game in October. October has 5 games in it. Desport, Dessel, Noki, Kaplan, and Winkelsport. So, I don't think I'm going to get all 5 games in today's episode, but let's see what happens. Stay along for the ride. And you can see there, if you missed episode 2, go back and watch it. But we won 2 out of the 4 games, picked up a draw in the other, 7 points out of a possible 12. It's a much better episode than episode 1. But yeah, let's get going with episode 3. Welcome back. All right, guys, just a couple things real quick. I went ahead and sorted out all the training for all my guys, that's to the actual positions that they're in. So it's much more useful for what they're doing. And so that's sorted out. I spent a lot of time before I started recording getting that done. So that's all done. They're actually training in the positions they're playing or I want them to be playing in. So good thing is we've got that going. I've got a bunch of guys on trial as well. So if I go to my squad, I have it filtered so they're not included, but you can see I've got goalies, I got defenders, I've got so many players here on trial. It is something that I highly, highly encourage further down the leagues to do so. You don't have really, if it lets me go to it, you don't really have a scouting budget, you don't have a scouting range, you don't have scouts. So going ahead, finding guys that are free, they don't have contracts, just getting them on scouts, getting them on short lists. It could be a really useful thing just to get some knowledge. It's an easy way to get knowledge on them. Whenever I'm adding them, I only add players for a year at a time. That way, if a year from now, you don't need them anymore, you become better than what their services require, or they get picked up by somebody, they'll eventually just filter their way out automatically instead of you having to go in manually and delete them. And with that as well, keep scout reports up to date when you're in the lower divisions, when you're a little bit poor. That way your scouts are not trying to work overtime and go all over the world trying to get these guys scouted, especially if, a French club were to pick up Mbuta here, then I'd be out of my scouting range, which means I'm spending more money and I don't have the money. When you're lower down, you're really on the line of being in the red pretty much all the time. So always go ahead and just offer guys free trials, turn off your support or keep reports up to date, have a short list for all your positions. I mean, you can see if I go to my short list, I have center backs, center mids, fullbacks, goalies, wide midfielders, and strikers. Keep those guys on that list, keep all those lists up to date at the end of the year. If you need some midfielders, you need forwards, whatever, you can go to your short list. You're not panicking, especially if you start getting up into the top divisions and you have, an 18, 19-year-old wonder kid from Croatia or, somewhere, and then all of a sudden Inter Milan or PSG or, one of these clubs starts knocking on your door and the player was forcing his way out. Then you're not panicking to try and get a replacement for him or whatever. Maybe you can keep him on loan for a year and it buys you another year, but you still need to replace him at some point. And so keeping these short lists as up to date as possible and with plenty of players is crucial. And the way I'm doing that at such a low club with low scouting range is I'm just filtering. I'm really just looking at guys that are unattached at certain positions, and I'm just going through and just anyone that's free, just offering them trials and seeing what we do. And yeah, we're gonna have guys like this guy Usum RB, who's not good and won't be any of use to us ever. But it's who cares? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's offering guys, because then you get someone like here, like Kachala, who would be very much useful for me in next season if I can get him for the money. I mean, he's not great, but he's not awful at the same time. So that's somebody that I easily would 100% look to pick up because he does have that 5-star potential as well. Again, that doesn't mean that he's going to be a world-class midfielder, but it would, if I'm stuck in the third division for a few years, he easily could be a 5-star player in this league. But then those stars will change based on the league that you're in and the quality of your team. Those stars will change. So these guys are saying 3-star, 5-star for me, but for Anderlecht, they might be a 1-star, 3-star or something. So that's definitely something to kind of remember and look at, especially for newer FM players. I know the stars can get a little confusing, especially if you're going from FIFA, where ratings are kind of set. Your 75 overall ratings in FIFA, they are your 75 overall, so it doesn't change. Here your stars change based on where you are, and even the stars will sometimes be a bit dodgy because it's based on your scouts' opinions. So your scouts could get it wrong. This guy's saying it's 3 stars, so is Jovanovic here, and honestly Jovanovic looks like he might be a better player. Yeah, I mean, you have to compare them, but you sit there, you look at them, you can see the differences here. Kachala, a lot better determination, flair, but a lot of the stuff Jovanovic is better in, the technical aspects and the mental aspects, and even some of the physical aspects he's better in. So in my opinion, Jovanovic is the better player than Kachala, but they're both rated 3 stars. But yeah, so that's one of the things that you just kind of have to look at. It's really important that you look at their positions, look at, their traits and their personality, media handling stuff. All that comes into effect. So stars, they can give you a good idea, but at the end of the day, they're not your buy all end all. That's how you determine who you sign, who you play. It's just really a rough gauge. It gives you a good idea of what their stats are, in game, hidden attributes, all that kind of stuff. All right, here we go. First game of the episode. We got Test Sport here. They currently sit on 12 points after 5 games, up there in 4th place. So, here we go. We're going to get ready to get into this first game, but I am probably going to go ahead with the same lineup that we used in the last game. Not much has changed. We did well. The strikers, Follow and Bai, are doing well up top together. The Smool's been doing pretty well in the last few games, but you can see some of these guys, Van Duren's not even doing that bad. Verhaven's doing pretty good, but Brandt's not doing great. Koesterman's not doing great. That left center mid role where Martin Brandt is, that box to box midfielder, is where we're kind of lacking. We don't really have somebody that's a good fit for that, but currently Mauro Boots is training to be another option there. So hopefully in a month or two he'll get comfortable in that role, and I'm going to start using him to actually develop fitness in game, getting comfortable in game, playing in that position. So let's see if we can get going this first game, and hopefully we can start today's episode off with a win. Test Sport will have a free kick here, Vermel, and it's in. You have to question Koesterman's there, but Vermel gets the goal off the free kick into the opposite corner, past Koesterman's. Here's a better look at it. Yeah, Koesterman's just right through his hands. He needs to be saving that. 32nd minute, Test Sport take the 1-0 lead. And then Bai will have a free kick now himself. Ball bounces around. Groeneveld misses, puts it over, but I believe it was offsides. It was a chance for a quick response. 42nd minute here, Verhaven with the throw in. Then Bai back down to Tilburgs. Fallu off the post. Fallu is back trying to seek some more danger, and he hits the post here in the first half. Had a chance. Quite a boring first half, if I'm being honest. Not much has happened, but we're just not putting shots on target. Fallu's having a 6.4. Really, nobody's having a good game for us today. But, it is what it is. It's a start. So let's go ahead. Let's see what else we can get going in the second half. We do have a free kick or a throw in here with Desmol. Out to Brandt. He plays it in. Ibai! Goal. Goal! Ibrahima Ibai gets the goal. It's 1-1 in the 63rd minute. Off the throw in. Desmol to Brandt. Back to Desmol. Plays it in. Little deflection, but it finds its way to Ibai. And he puts it in past Boats. It is 1-1. 63rd minute. Hoogstraten had brought it level through Ibrahima Ibai. They do have a corner kick here in the 90th minute. Lavosa to take. Headed out. Lawrence will chase after this. Lars will pick it up. He will go on the move. He will play it to Van der Vel. Van der Vel gets past his defender, but Kirkhoff wins it back and plays it back to Boats. As we approach this 90th minute, 91st minute here, getting into extra time. Groeneveld wins the header back to Van der Vel. He is a bit of everywhere, but Swinnen wins it. Lauwers now. Groeneveld plays it over the top. It's Ibrahima Mbaye again. Ibrahima Mbaye gets the goal. Keith Groeneveld with a brilliant ball over the top. And surely Mbaye has won it now in the 91st minute. Just ticking into extra time. Lauwers drops it back. Keith Groeneveld with a left-footed ball over the top. Mbaye, who's switched over to the Fallu role, past a little deflection, but it gets past Boats at the near post. And it is 2-1 Hoogstraten. And there we go, guys. The win is in the bag. Full-time whistle goes. Ibrahima Mbaye gets 2 goals, man of the match, 9.3 rating. The assist, Groeneveld, De Smoel, both defenders getting assists there. We definitely deserve to win that game. You can see the 1.34 XG compared to their 0.31. They had nothing, really no highlights other than that goal from Vermael early on. But Ibrahima Mbaye stepped up today. Fofalo didn't have a great game. You see he got a 6.5 before I hooked him off. But Ibrahima Mbaye, 2 goals, big goals, getting us the win. Let's go. First win of the episode, first game of the episode. Alright guys, only a couple days after our last game, we have another one. You know, you can see here we played Testsport in the 8th. We're playing Dessel here, who currently sits in 3rd place on the 11th. And then we have another 2 days in between our next game as well. Very jam-packed start to October. These are going to be the games that we get done today. But we picked up the win. We currently sit 8th, -1 goal differential, but we're on 10 points. So we'll take that. You know, anything as long as we can stay out of relegation is great. Sargisian is on international duty. Strauff is on his way back, so he's almost fit. So I might as well bring him in. Yeah, we'll bring him on just to see, keep him on there. Fitness wise, we're actually not doing too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead. I will bring Mewis on for Van Duren, get a little bit of a change in there. But other than that, I'm gonna keep it because we got the win, and quite frankly, I don't have too much of an other option. So we're gonna go with this. We're gonna rock with this. Playing against Dessel today. So let's see what we can get done today. We have a current corner here in the 2nd minute. Verhaven will take it in front of all of our home fans. Headed away initially. Groeneveld plays it out. Fallu. Chinty in. Tony Chinty. After I talked crap about him all last episode, Tony Chinty finally gets his first goal of the season. Outside the box. Recycled off the corner. Fallu plays it to him right at the top of the box. And then right past Galad. In goal. Probably sees it late, but you still got to question it. But that's 3rd division goalkeeping right there. Let's go Hoogstraten. Let's go Tony Chinty getting the goal early on. Oh no. Fofalo has picked up an injury already. 16th minute, potential lower leg injury. Oh, that's really concerning. I am really hoping that is not like a long, ACL type surgery, because his contract is up. His contract's up at the end of the year. He did not extend him yet, but I'm gonna have to go with Torquay in there because Strauff is clearly not fit enough to play. But that's brutal. That's brutal for us. We do have another corner here. Verhaven. They take it in. Brock goes for the header. Mbaye. Galed picks it up. Rather tame effort from Ibrahima Mbaye there. Tilburgs wins it. Lauwers drops it back to Groeneveld. Almost sells him short. To Mewis now. Groeneveld. Brock. Mbaye. Loses it. Iwoha wins it. Masawati. Kashmi. Bellman's now. The left back will go in a run forward. Play a brilliant ball in. De Smoel misses the header, and it's picked up by Masawati again. That's a pen. Oh, You just knew it was going to happen after it went over. The Small misses the header, gives away a dumb penalty kick, and now they have a chance to level it. Owusu to step up, and off the bar and in. That's a gross penalty kick. William Owusu, his 7th goal of the season, brings Dessel level here in this 24th minute. But you can see he just puts it right up there off the post, or off the crossbar and in, bar down. William Owusu, it is 1-1. We've clearly been the far better side. That's their only effort, on target, only effort, period, in the game. We've had 8 shots now, 6 on target, 35th minute. Tilburgs, it's given away to Kashmir. Gokins blazes it over. That was a half chance there for him. Right on the brink of halftime, they get another throw in. Bellman's play the ball in. Masaudi's challenging with Koosmans, but Koosmans does come and collect. That might just be the end of the first half here. He drops the ball down and plays it long. Goodbye looking for the flick on, doesn't win it, but Tilburg wins the header back. Dorky to Lowers. Lowers will make a drive and run. Still has it Lowers, plays it back stick. Ibai! Ibrahim Ibai with his 6th goal of the game, or of the season, sorry, not the game, of the season. Ibrahim Ibai thought that highlight was over, thought the half was over when Koosmans had it, but we end up going down the field. Lowers making a driving run, sticks it up at the back post. Ibai gets up, leaps like a salmon, and heads it in the back of the net, right on the brink of halftime. He gets himself another goal on the day. It's his, 3rd goal, I do believe, of the episode. Ibrahim Mbaye, 45 plus 4. Brilliant stuff. Making up for the fact that Falu got injured. He went forward. He shifted further up the field, getting himself a goal. We are well on top in this game so far in terms of efforts. The XG is close just because of the pen. But here goes Lowers now. He'll pick it up in the 54th minute. Torquay loses the ball. It's Kashmi who plays it back down the line through to Owusu. He misses the one-on-one chance. Sends it right past Kusterman's post. Bellman's now. Throw in to Kashmi. Lowers wins it back, but they win it again. Verhaven gives away another penalty kick. Oh, we do all the hard work and defensively, and then just give up a dumb penalty kick again. Here goes Owusu again. Sends it the opposite direction. Kusterman goes the way. Thought he would stay the same side, but he doesn't. He sends him the other way. William Owusu, his 2nd goal, his 2nd penalty kick of the game. 2-2 here in the 57th minute. Awful tackle, awful decision from Verhaven. Their only 2 real chances have been from penalty kicks, and that brings it level. And Bront will give it right back away. They're going to have another chance here as a brilliant played ball is played over towards Gokins. He will play this ball into Kashmi, and he scores. Faisal Kashmi. 2 goals in a minute. Dessel take the lead. Simple mistakes from us in the midfield. And then just a brilliant ball from the Iwoa to Galkins, who just plays this. Look at that, just wide open. Our defense is just watching him get acres of space. He takes that space and just slots it in the back of the net past Koostemans. We have a corner here for Haven. Plays it in. Torquay off the post. Cleared away. Not well though. Gorneval wins the header, but Glade picks it back up. Just smooth to take the throw in. Bront and by loses it to Dylan. Galkins will win the header to Owusu. Back to Galkins. It is just overflowing with numbers on the counterattack. Gets it past to Kashmi. He will drop it back to Bellman's. Bellman's now taking some space back to Kashmi. Kashmi to Galkins. Galkins turns, finishes. Sepp Galkins, his 1st goal of the season, assisted by Faisal Kashmi, and his 4-2 Dessel. They quite deservedly, the second half, have taken the lead and really taken a foothold of this game. We just start 6s and 7s at the moment, chasing shadows. Kashmi to Galkins on the turn finish, swivel finish, far post, great finish into the side netting. Galkins makes it 4-2 here in the 67th minute. Veerman to take the free kick here in the 71st minute. Over the top. Torquay, header backwards. DeSmol to have a hit. Oh, let it DeSmol. What a free kick. What a goal. The left back. Outside the box, off the post and in. And they're back in it. Just when you think they're gone. Torquay heads it backwards for some reason. DeSmol picks it up, top of the D. Whips it around the defenders. Off the post and in. Pascalade. And it's 4-3 and they're back in it again. They'll have another highlight as it's given away. Bellman's to Vermission. Kashmi. Seku. To Vermission. Center back Dylan now. The second half has been a very much a lively one, but it is to Galkins who plays it. Kashmi finishes. Offsides. It is offsides. Fashal Kashmi. That's going to be that. 4-3 loss. They had the lead 2-1 going into the half, but we gave away 2 penalty kicks. They scored a couple good goals, and Decimal scored a worldie as well, but Follow getting injured is my huge concern. You know, Decimal's a good side. They're projected to get promoted, I do believe. But, you know, at the end of the day, these types of games aren't going to be the ones that really decide whether we're safe from relegation or not and keep our job. But we still would have been nice to pick up a point there, pick up 3 points. As you can see, you know, we dropped down to 11th place. Everyone's won 7 games played, but you can see that 15th spot, that relegation spot, is on 4 points. So we're 6 points clear. A couple teams still below us, but there's still a lot of games left to go. And let's see what Follow's injury is. Pulled calf. We can deal with a pulled calf. It's, you know, I would have liked it to be a little bit less than that, but 3 to 4 weeks for it. You know, I'm glad it's nothing torn, no torn calf, the torn ACL, nothing like that, because that really would have summed it up. All right, guys, third game, last game of this episode. We're playing Noki. This is going to be a big game. This is that side. They're right down there at 15th. So it's going to be a big game here. Our next game after that as well, it's going to be in the next episode against Kaplan. They're at the bottom as well. So a couple big games coming up for us after a couple games towards teams at the top of the table. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to have to deal with this game without Follow. A couple games now without him. So we're going to go ahead, get him out, and Bai will take his spot up top. And Strauff is fit to go, I believe. Yeah, Strauff's ready to go. He's back fit, healthy. Van Duren's going to, you know, we're struggling some for fitness in some areas, but Van Duren will come in for Groneveld because he is struggling. I'm going to bring Khalifa in for Verhaven to start. Again, fitness reasons, fitness issues for some of these guys, but yeah, it's going to look like this. First look at Yuri Strauff. This is what he's looking like. Quite a decent forward, I'm not going to lie myself. You know, this is the role he's going to be playing in. But, you know, again, come back from injury, preseason injury he had, so this is going to be his first actual competitive fixture of the season. Altman take the free kick in, headed up by Bront to Chinty now. Plays it to him by. He's got runners in front of him as well, but he's just going to go himself. Ibrahim Abai is going to still keep going. He's going to play it to Lowers, but it's brilliantly won back by Prudhomme. Clears it away. Khalifa picks it up, and they're going to recycle it to Tilburgs, who gives it away to Pierre. And Mewis wins it once again to Strauff. Strauff spins his defender, plays it in, takes a deflection, but it's Ibrahim Abai to get the goal. 34 minutes on the clock. Only real highlight of the game so far. Puts Hoogstraten in front. Ibrahim Abai. The ball looking for Altman there. Mewis boots the ball, breaks it up front. Yuri Strauff wins it, plays it. Questionable deflection. Will take the ball off the hand, but it goes back to Mbai, who just puts it past the keeper. 1-0 Hoogstraten. Not much happening in the first half. A couple highlights here and there, but nothing crazy. Strauff and Mbai linking up brilliantly. We're doing well. You know, the 3 games in a week is really kind of killing our fitness. You can see Desmol, Lowers, Tilburgs, Bront. These guys are tired already. Second half's just started. In front of a whole 116 people here at the home of Nock. Small to take the throw into Mbai, who whips the ball way to the back to Lowers. Goblet tips it onto the crossbar. That was a real good chance there for Lowers. Get another highlight. Tilburgs gives it away to Alterman. Through it home. Nasons off the post. Lowers heads to the Tilburgs now. Hoogstraten are looking to go the other way, but Nasons wins it back to Prodholm. Alterman, Bonsu. Looking to Mato out on the right. Lowers, Tilburgs, plays it in. Strauff, instead of taking it, but he gets it back to Lowers, who wins the penalty kick. Wins the penalty kick, and Lowers will end up taking this penalty. He won it. Can he dispatch of it? Lowers to take. Goal. Goal. Lowers, Robin Lowers, his third goal of the season. I was ready to take him off the pitch. He's gassed. It makes it 2-0. Robin Lowers with the penalty kick. Chinty to him by. Brilliant tackle by Brochet. But it is back to Chinty. And by puts it in. Referee has not raised his flag. Ibrahim and By has surely just sealed the deal. Another goal. This is the episode for Ibrahim and By. Last episode it was the Fall Falu show. Today it is the Mbai show. And I will tell you what, I'll take it. You can see there the left back's keeping him on, but Mbai just gets in. He doesn't care if he was on or not. He just slots it in the back of the net. We will proceed with taking Chinty off the pitch, but we will go ahead, slow things down a bit, calm things down. It's the 85th minute, so let's save our legs a bit. Veerman whipped in, and then taken in by Goblet. And there it is. 3-0 win. Ibrahim Mbai with another 2 goals on the day. Brilliant stuff. Robin Lowers wins the pen. Strauff, in his first game back from injury, didn't get much in terms of chances in front of goal. You can see there 0.1 XG, but it didn't matter. He got an assist, and Mbai was the one that got all the goals, got all the chances, and that's fine by me. I don't care who it is that's getting the goals. Just get the goals and get the wins. That's what we did here today against his side right towards the bottom. Really giving us a good bit of space there between us and relegation. We take that. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. Episode 3. 3 games in today, 2 wins, a 4-3 loss to Dessel, who's towards the top. But the storyline of the day, really, Ibrahim Mbai, this was his episode. Last episode, Fall Follow got himself 5 goals. Today, Mbai got himself 5 goals. You can see there, 2 goals against Test Sport. He got himself a goal against Dessel, as well as Chinty and Desmol. And then against Nock, Mbai, 2 more goals. Robin Lowers converted the penalty kick. So, 3 games, 2 wins, 1 loss. Again, we'll take it. +4, or really +3 XG on the day. It's good progress. We're making progress through the season. Still a long way to go, though. So, make sure you guys stay tuned. Episode 4 coming later this week. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Share this video, like, subscribe. Appreciate you guys coming along. See ya.